131 million overweight Americans, many of them toddlers and young children. We have an epidemic of diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, fibromyalgia, depression, anxiety disorders, environmental diseases. How did we get so sick? And why, after spending $2 trillion and over 700,000 physicians, over 2 million people in the health field, out of all of our hospitals and medications and medical procedures, why aren't we closer to eliminating these illnesses?
In my opinion, the FDA has let the American people down.
I think a lot of people think that the approval of drugs by the FDA is tantamount to the FDA guaranteeing that the drug is safe as well as effective. And the truth of the matter is, we never know that to a certainty.
The major issue Americans confront today is the fact that the FDA acts to protect the financial interests of the pharmaceutical industry as opposed to the health of the American public.
Within the Center for Drug Evaluation and Research, about 80% of the resources are geared towards the approval of new drugs, and 20% is for everything else. Drug safety is about 5%.
The regulated activities of the Food and Drug Administration are in large measure financed directly by the pharmaceutical companies.
More than 50% of the money that the FDA spends reviewing drugs comes from the pharmaceutical companies.
The FDA routinely approves toxic medications, foods, and cosmetics while denying people access to potentially life-saving medications because they don't suit their financial interests. Why do I care so much? Well, I've been prescribed many of the medications. I suffered from insomnia for years, and if you know me, you know that I don't like drugs of any kind, especially prescription medications. But in my desperation, I went to my doctor and asked for a sleep aid. After trying many options, I was eventually prescribed Ambien, a popular prescription sleeping pill. The very first night I took Ambien, I went sleepwalking. Once my friends and family told me that I had been interacting with them in my sleep that I had no recollection of, I flushed the remainder of my Ambien pills down the toilet. And I told my doctor this, and she laughed and asked me, "Why didn't you just cut it in half? You know that's what Ambien does. Haven't you heard?" Are you kidding me? No, I didn't know. I hadn't heard. I would never take something that would cause me to get up in the middle of the night and do things that I did not know I was doing. And I didn't trust it in any dose.
We have thousands of people who are being injured by products that the companies know are unsafe. I mean, that FDA knows is unsafe.